Once I completed architecture school, I made it one of my life's missions to play a role, however minuscule might be, to find a way of improving lives in such communities. We want to use our designs to bridge the gaps between the social constructs. We also want a situation where our designs enable us to engage more comfortably with one another, in so doing, meet the expectations of our people. A very powerful tool to do that. We are very mindful of the opportunities that it also offers in that direction.
Being mindful of the environmental impact resulting from providing civil infrastructure, Daniel employs higher standards of procedure to execute projects by taking into consideration quality, health, safety, and the environment to ensure sustainability. His designs aim at achieving timelessness by offering aesthetic pleasure and attention to detail to unify and shape behavior in order to elicit the pursuance of a holistic development.
From day one, we understood that this project should not impact the environment negatively. So we ensured that none of the workers would live within the site. This was to avert any instance of pollution and, littering and stuff like that. We don't go into these communities with the intention of bringing on, people from the cities to work. We try to engage the youth of the communities, bring in experts to help shape their mindsets around projects. We engaged about 500 young men and women. This has, of course, a direct impact in their economy. And quite apart from that, there's a long-term impact where some of these people who work with us on the project, or even haven't worked with us before, are engaged to continue with the operations of the resort.
5 years ago,
for the past 5 years, since Safari Valley came to this town, I, for one, have benefited immensely. From day one, I had the opportunity to provide building materials. This really made me expand my business and employ a lot of young people. I have managed to afford university education for my children. Most young people in this town are gainfully employed as carpenters, chefs, landscapers, and other jobs. Even 2 of my kids are employed as carpenters there.
Way before he knew what architecture was, Daniel was always driven naturally to make spaces more useful.
Most of the materials that we use here, whereas others will consider them waste, we actually found a way of reusing them. So we recycled a lot of timber. There's been a lot of attempts at sustainability, and the client wanted to execute this resort in the forest. We were looking for some peculiar attractions for the site. The brief had to make room for the introduction of animals, create opportunities for residential accommodations. We needed also to create room for recreation, to engage people. Safari Valley, as we developed it, is intended to help people rejuvenate themselves, and then hopefully, with that refreshing experience, they'll be able to go back to the cities or wherever they come from and impact society positively. We recently won a competition to design the Ghana Insurance College in Adamrobe. A very unique circumstance, as majority of the people in that community are deaf or blind. We are hoping that through this design, we'll draw attention to the community, hopefully gain assistance for their welfare, and then also be able to provide them with some skills to fend adequately for themselves and their families.
Daniel owns and manages his own architectural firm with a team of professionals who provide superior services to clients by turning visionary ideas into value-added, functional and aesthetically pleasing products, both locally and globally.